Okay. Today,
It's called Chocolate Gravy and Biscuits.
Yeah,
We got inspired to do this from Brenda Gant, cooking with Brenda Gant, and she had somebody sent her the recipe,
right?
and she had never made chocolate gravy and biscuits before. So we watch her all the time. Does a great job. We love you. Now we grew up with chocolate gravy and biscuits.
Yep. One of our treats. Actually, let me go and throw some butter in while we're talking,
Yeah.
so it can start melting.
How much you got there?
6 tablespoons of butter.
6 tablespoons.
That's in the pan. Okay.
But down, we're originally from Corbin, Kentucky, so at Granny and Marie's, Marie would always do the cooking, right?
Right. Yeah, Granny was older, and I'm sure Granny taught Marie how to cook back in the day. But by the time we came around, Granny was getting pretty old.
She just pulled weeds.
She pulled weeds. She could pull weeds without bending her knees.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Crazy old woman.
Put her hands to the ground.
Yep.
But what else did she put in?
Snuff. That was the other thing from
Yeah, that was
She
insane.
was talking about her grandma, I think it was, that used snuff too, and it was like, oh my God, biscuits and gravy and snuff in one video?
Yeah,
It doesn't get any better.
Nuts. Because we all kind of, our whole family, all laugh about Granny with her snuff. So
Yep.
she'd spit it out, and when you're little, you don't know what it is. But her idea about the
Oh yeah, when she was talking about, they would make their own little snuff out of cocoa powder and sugar.
yeah,
And
great
put that
idea.
in cheek and gum, and it was like, man, I should have thought of that.
It was pretty
It
funny.
made life a whole lot more fun.
Funny. So we're doing it. We grow up when you get it what
Yeah.
once a month maybe.
Maybe.
So when you were talking to, or the people told you about saving it for later, be honest, there's never been in our lifetimes, my kids the same way, I know
Yeah,
yours,
yeah, none of
there's
us ever.
never been a drop of chocolate gravy ever left when you're making it. It just doesn't happen. And if you did, it'd be kind of too crystallized, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
the sugar tends to crystallize
Yeah.
usually after you try and reheat something like that. So, but and the other thing we noticed was yours looks good, and I think everybody's different. When remade it, it was a lot thicker gravy.
Yeah.
So we adjusted your recipe just a bit to try and make it look more like ours looked when we were growing up. So we'll see.
And the other thing is, you got to use the cheapest biscuits you can get at Piggly Wiggly or Kroger's or IGA. That's the trick. It's got to be these cheap. Those are probably done, but keep talking. Let me grab this out here.
Yeah. So the key is and don't split the biscuits. That was the other thing. Is you split the biscuits. You never split the biscuits. It's just something you don't do. We never did it. So yeah, use the cheap biscuits. They're a little tougher usually. And that's what
they look like. Let me move this over so you can see. Like again, it's these the cheapest biscuits that money can get. And they're the magic to this.
Yep.
I'm just gonna set this on the stove here.
You can set it over the side there, away from the one side. And our butter is almost completely melted. We just move it around a little bit.
Got the lard can on?
I think the lard can. Hopefully it's on. If it's not,
Yeah.
we're missing all the action.
But Brenda, we love you. You brought back memories when you brought that up. We had talked about doing the chocolate gravy and biscuits for quite a while.
Right.
I got to ask you this.
Yep.
Your kids are a little older now, so
Yep.
you know, with all this new math going on,
Yeah.
I got to ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
You got 167 IQ, so you'll get this right away. Here we go. If Rick gets 30 candy bars, he eats 25, what's he got?
Diabetic shock.
You stole my joke. Never mind. Cut the camera.
Oh, we all know Rick.
Yeah, diabetes.
He can't be all right.
Diabetes. Funny
That
joke.
sugar ain't good.
Funny.
All right.
Let's go.
That's you go.
Stole my joke. Diabetes is the.
All right, we're gonna put this. Is this 5 or 6? I gotta see what I made it. It is 5 tablespoons of flour. Just regular all-purpose flour. And we're gonna sprinkle that over there.
So the lard can's picking this up.
Yeah. Just like making a roux. And as Brenda pointed out aptly in her video, we ain't doing nothing dramatically different than she did, so we're not trying to steal it, but we're just trying to show you how we do it slightly differently.
Yeah.
And we grew up with this, so if this doesn't come out good, then it's on us. It's not her fault.
Yeah. And she just did it with that long spatula, and she did the same thing, pressing down.
Yeah.
You can't have lumps because it gets exaggerated when you introduce the milk into this.
Plus, you want the flour taste to cook out of it as much as possible
Yeah.
as well.
What's it called? Roux?
A roux is where you mix a fat like butter or lard or any fat, and flour, which is going to be used as a thickening agent as the process goes.
What do you want next?
Next, we're going to need the cocoa powder.
Okay.
That looks pretty good. And I think we're going to need 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
Yep. That's these big ones, right?
That's the biggest. Sprinkle them around as you put them in there.
Yeah. That's all right.
That's good.
You want to move that little spatula thing?
This isn't an exact science. That's the beauty of it.
Hey, it's nice stuff. Sorry.
I don't think
2 of them, right?
Yeah, 2 of them. I don't think Marie ever measured anything.
No, they didn't.
We're trying to make it so people.
They actually used real tablespoons and spoons.
Right.
So nothing was ever like proper. What now? Just you doing that for a second?
Just going to do its thing for a bit. Because we got to blend that chocolate in there the same way so we don't have lumps of cocoa powder.
We put sugar in too, right? After
We're going
this.
to in just a minute, yeah.
So you're just smoothing it out?
Making it so it's a paste, basically, what you're getting to.
Hopefully you're seeing that well on this camera.
If they're not, then
We cool with the temperature still?
yeah, I think we're fine. We want it to keep cooking and blending in.
So as you can see, it's bubbling up real nice.
Okay, so now we're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Sprinkle that around in there.
Man, it smells good already. It smells like home. Sorry.
You're good. Now, you're going to make it more complicated because you're blending it in there and it's looking real thick at this point, which is what you expect. This is a much smaller size than Brenda did, so it's going to be a much smaller portion, but
Is this about half of what you made?
it's about half, yeah, with some adjustment to thicken it up just a bit.
Yeah.
See, that's looking right.
Yeah, she did a really good job. I couldn't believe that's the first time she'd ever made that. We grew up on it, and as we got older, we introduced it to our kids, and so it's not foreign to them at all. But we get a lot of people who are like, I've never heard of
Yeah, what the
chocolate gravy and
chocolate
biscuits.
gravy. They're thinking that it's not something I would want to eat, but they change their tune when they try. All right, it's time to start putting some milk in there.
Slowly.
In there because we got our.
And it all.
No, let me stir it a little bit here.
Got a little left. But my kids did talk me one time into using,
This temperature down just a bit for the moment.
making some chocolate gravy to put over those cream puffs. You know, the ones you get in the freezer section?
Oh, the ones that like at Sam's and Costco,
Yeah.
places like that.
And what the trick was, and it was their idea instead of mine, I'll give them credit, was to pour the chocolate gravy over them when they're about half frozen still. And I will admit, they were delicious. But still, it didn't bring me back to when
It's
you
not
make
the same
it.
as
Yeah,
this. I mean, it's got to go over a biscuit for it to come out.
it
right.
does. And it's got to be the cheap old biscuits. Ready for the rest?
Yep, go ahead and put it in there.
All right.
And we got the temperature down a little bit now, so and we're going to watch this to see if we get right. We may end up adding a little more milk if we need to, but I don't know yet.
Yeah. The nice part, everything you're seeing, you'll be able to go to our website and see the recipe at SeniorSkillet.com. Can you spell skillet? I'm not that. You're the smart one.
SKILLET.
And senior's not the
Not the Mexican word.
not the Mexican word.
Not senior.
Yeah.
That is very thick, so I might want to add just a bit more milk. So we're at the milk out of the fridge.
Grab it.
So we maybe need a little bit more than 3/4 of a cup.
Give it a little bit more flour. Flour. How much you want?
Pour this in there. That's good.
All right.
So we're probably going to take up the cup of milk.
All right. Yeah.
Now we'll try. See if the whisk is any good on this. More?
more. All right. Put a little behind it. Pour a little more milk. Enough? Let's try that. Let's blend it in and see what right. Got a little bit more flour than.
That's the wonders of cooking. If you start to do it, you adjust the recipe so it looks right.
Yeah.
And that's one minute we had over Brenda on this one. In fact, we know what it's supposed to look like on the other end.
Yeah. I know the problem you get into is what is a cup or whatever. Is it even? Is it not even?
Right.
Here, let's look at
This would probably work better in a smaller skillet. In hindsight, we probably should have gotten a little skillet out.
you know. But I had the biscuits in it.
Yep, well, we had biscuits in there, so. But that's about the right consistency, I do believe. It looks like a thicker gravy. Is that right? You think it needs to be thinner?
Maybe a little thinner still.
Okay, throw a little more milk in there.
All right. I'll go from this side. Enough? That's the one thing on all these. It's you just to get where you're trying to get to. You'll notice. It's nice that when you're trying to put videos up always to let you see what you're trying to arrive at.
Right, you can see what the consistency is on the back side. So a lot of these things, you can't really see what you're supposed to get to, so when you get there, you're like, is that right? I don't know. Can't tell. It's looking much better.
It is. I'm getting hungry now.
Smells pretty good. We got the temperature down here, so it's the milk and everything on the lower heat so we can get it to blend right.
It's looking good. It's kind of almost like a pudding.
It is almost about the consistency of pudding.
Yeah.
That's looking.
Looking like that.
So that's what you're shooting for. So
What about that other butter? What was that? Was that this one?
that's just the leaves.
Oh, okay.
Like to add a steak and we only need 6 tablespoons. Okay. All right, so I think we're gonna try this. Turn it on. It looks like it's hot enough to me. So do we want to put it? I got you. Is there a sense hold up the camera or just put it on the biscuit?
Let's break the camera real quick.
Okay.
We'll set it up.
So we got well.
Yeah, you gotta tell them.
Yeah, before we forgot one last step, and that's done right at the end there, and that's adding a half teaspoon of vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract.
I'll take the head on this one. So don't forget to tell me to put my vanilla in there.
Right.
And I forget to tell me.
Yeah, so we didn't get that vanilla, but
Can I take a taste before I walk it up?
yeah,
Here, let's taste it. And you can tell, so whatever you do not forget the vanilla, because it is,
it adds to it.
yeah, it was like the first bite you took, it was like, something right.
It's still good, but
Excellent. Can you see that? Delicious. 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 And it's more of it's a little bit thicker chocolate. If I get stuff all over me, Mike won't stop. Hey, slow down, pal. But now you'll see why we never had any of the chocolate left. We always ate. It's good stuff. I don't know what else to tell you. Cheap biscuits. Don't forget the vanilla.
Brings back lots of memories.
Things like memories. Absolutely. Once a month's all we got it. Like other things. Never mind. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much. 2 thumbs up. Bye.